Hi, welcome to Heal Love Peace. My name is Cindy. I'm a board certified registered nurse and I really believe in the importance of healing the mind, body, soul, and spirit in order for us to experience wellness. It's one of my passions. But today I want to talk about dreams and the importance of dreaming and the messages you could get in your dream world, right? From a very young age, I've always been a very lucid dreamer. I remember that I grew up during the time where Nightmare on Elm Street was big. And I never saw any of those movies. That wasn't my thing because I would dream that Freddy Krueger was behind my bedroom door. So I'm like, "Ugh, I can't. I'm just too much of a punk for that." And then there was the times where I had dreams where it really took me to a whole different dimension. I grew up in a household where, although we have some good memories, it was a dysfunctional household, abusive. And I'll get more into those kind of stories as I continue to grow this channel. But dreaming at times was like my escape from my reality, and I looked forward to those dreams. As I gotten older, and as a young child, right, I didn't think of dreams as the way I think about dreams now, and the importance of dreaming now, right. As I've gotten older, I've realized how my dreams have played an important part in my spiritual growth, in the messages I received or continue to receive, and how the guidance that it provides me. I'll give you an example. This was several years ago. I lost a friend through a battle with cancer. She had breast cancer, passed away. But this person and I, we were close. And then I remember I was upset with her over something super petty. And she passed, and I was still not speaking to her when she passed. And she never understood why I wasn't speaking to her, but I was just being, I'm a Scorpio sun, typical Scorpio, very stubborn and set in my ways, in that I wasn't gonna speak to her. And I'll be honest, I knew she was battling cancer. I just didn't know the extent of her, sickness or ailment. And so, long story short, she passed, and I would dream with her quite often. And I remember one night or one day I was like journaling, and I asked out loud, I said her name and I asked her if she could forgive me. And she came to me via a dream. I might get a little emotional with this. She came to me via a dream. And just as she was leaving, she said to me, "Oh, and by the way, I forgive you." And that was it. And I remember I woke up and I started to cry because it was such a powerful thing for me, in that I really felt that that was her way of speaking to me through dream and answering that plea of, "Can you please forgive me?" And I knew she was a very Christian woman, and I knew she had forgiven me even before hearing those words, right? She wasn't the type of person to hold a grudge. Unlike me, I'm gotten much better with that. But, it was important to hear that, and I'm so grateful for that experience. And that's one of the many unique experiences that I've had in Dreamscape. And so the purpose of this video is to, really highlight the ways in which you can develop a routine, a sleep routine, so that dreams can highlight some messages for you. Where it's, my husband says he doesn't dream. And I believe we all dream. I just don't know that we all remember our dreams, because I know there are times where I dream and I just can't remember it, right? So I find that hard to believe that he doesn't dream. And I know many people say, "Well, I don't dream at night," or "I used to dream and then I stopped dreaming." I think it's more that maybe we stop paying attention to these dreams, right? Or to the messages that come. So I just want to highlight some things that you can do at night that can help you work on your dreamscape, and get some of these lucid dreams, and get some of the messages that might help you throughout your journey here on this plane, right? One of the things that you can do is develop a sleep routine. Sleep, as I've gotten older, I've prioritized sleep a lot. It's very important for me. So I tend to have a bedtime where, I work late at times, but by the time I'm done with work, within half an hour, I need to be in bed, because I do work from home. I make sure I have my journal ready at the bedside. There were times where I've had diffusers with lavender infusing in the background. which I would set an hour before I would go to sleep. That's one thing you can do to kind of like relax the environment. I'm also very mindful making sure that I have clean sheets, pillowcases, because think about it, you're placing your head on this, your body, your head in this space for a prolonged period of time. So you want to make sure that the environment is clean, that it's induces a nice relaxed state, right? I try not to go to sleep with the TV on. And I actually try not to even turn on the TV in the bedroom because I don't want it to be associated with an activity that's going to be keeping me up, right? So I make sure that the TV's off, it's relaxed. Sometimes I read at night. That helps me fall asleep and kind of decompress a little bit. One of the activities that's also been super helpful for me is journaling at night. When I journal, whatever's going on through the day or has manifested throughout the day, that time at night when I journal is my time to let it go. It stays right there on paper. And I actually learned that practice working, I started working as a nurse in the hospital, and I would have really tough shifts, and I used to work nights. So I would have a hard time falling asleep when I came home from my night shifts. And working with a wellness coach, that's something that she introduced me to, and it's been something that I've been using, I want to say for 4 years now. I've been utilizing this practice, and it works. Writing it out, just letting it all go, so you're not ruminating over it at night or whenever you're going to sleep. It's not in your thought process. You just let it go on paper. Another practice that I have also, oracle cards or tarot cards. Sometimes I'll pull an oracle card right before I go to sleep and meditate on that oracle card and ask spirit, right, or the all-being to guide me and to reflect that message. Like, what is it that I have to learn from that message in that card, whether it's an oracle card, whether it's a tarot card, and to please illuminate me during my sleep cycle so that I can, so that the unconscious becomes conscious and I can work on those things. Another thing, limit alcohol before going to sleep. I used to be, one of those, and don't get me wrong, I drink wine. I do enjoy a nice glass of wine, right? But I would make the mistake of drinking late at night. Just a glass of wine to unwind or whatever. And alcohol impedes your sleep cycle. So that's one thing you don't want. It'll help you fall asleep right away, but you're not going to get a good night's sleep because of the way alcohol is metabolized by your body. So that's something to keep in mind. And I also limit my water intake because I used to drink a lot of water prior to going to sleep. And I would drink teas also, like chamomile tea at times, but too close to my bedtime. And what would happen is I would get up often in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. So that's something that I try to also be mindful of, not drinking, whether it's water or tea past a certain time, or even like a glass of wine past a certain time. So there's so many more things that you can do. Some people like baths. I'm not a bath person. I'm more take a shower and go. But if baths is something that works for you and resonates with you, that's something you could try, a nice relaxing bath at night. Music at night is also something that you can try. I've had YouTube, like relaxing, like sound energy stations playing at night. I don't do that anymore because I find that it actually affects, I end up waking up a little bit more because I'm hearing it, right? So now it's just a matter of meditate. Some people pray, right? Sometimes I do say a prayer at night. If that's something that you do and you want to pray at night to help you fall asleep or ask for that guidance to be illuminated, that's also something that you can do. There's so many things you can do to really develop a good sleep cycle. And ask your guides, your ancestor, God, the all-being, to really illuminate and guide you during the nighttime and during your sleep cycle so that whatever is unconscious becomes conscious. And if it's conscious, now you're aware of it, right? And you can work on these things, and it can help you during your cycle here or your process here in life. So hopefully you find this helpful, and I look forward to hearing from you, posting more material, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you.